Rizzo Rink for the nightcap of this Monday night doubleheader. This one now between the Thunder and the Revolution, as though to follow up a very well-played game in the early slate by the Beer Wolves and the Black Storm, resulting in a 10-6 win for the Storm. We'll have 45 minutes in action, potentially some bonus lacrosse coming at the end of this one if we're still even through 45. As the Revolution and Thunder will both get ready to get underway. Starting goaltenders per usual. It'll be Connor Atkinson for the Thunder. We'll wait to see if it is in fact per usual for the Revolution, at least for the next few moments. And it will in fact be per usual, as Sid Johansson, who has recently gotten the majority of the starts of the Revolution, will come on. That'll be Atkinson versus Johansson. The Thunder looking to solidify themselves into the playoff picture as a top seed. The Revolution hoping to get a few wins in the backstretch of the year to potentially turn their season around to some extent. Only 2 wins on their card into the game, or entering the game. 14.5 to go on the clock as the clock started a little bit early for this first period to get the game flowing. Face-off is won by the Revolution. Back down the other way off a rebound is Ryan Kwan for the Thunder offense. That one again forfeited away momentarily. And the Revolution are back up on offense just like that. A lot of action in the first 30 seconds of play, but seems to have died down now. A few passes back and forth as James McCauley takes the look. McCauley out between the circles. A quick shot and a quick goal. Andrew Butkus starts the scoring tonight. 1:08 into regulation, and Butkus makes the 1-0 Revolution lead. .13.5 now to go on the first as the Revolution win the draw. It's Fulk the other way. Fulk tried to sneak it past Atkinson, but a diving, hyper-extended leg save for Atkinson will keep the door closed. And the Thunder are back the other way, looking to rebound off the brilliant save. Ian Strain around the blue line. Strain through the circle, spins in open space. Ian Strain fired it wide. Johansson never had to hit his pads, and the Revolution are back the other way. The one bounce pass is played up and over the Revolution bench as Thomas O'Hagan tried to sub on but could not bring in the ground ball. Here's Kwan on goal. A dead ball is floating around by the Revolution bench, and it's corralled back in by an anonymous stick. Here's Butkus in the middle. Butkus' shot goes wide. Kwan plays the rebound through the middle. Kwan by the capital sign and drops it back to Strain. Strain forces the issue, try to get the return feed, but could not bring it in. It's played off the far boards and flying up those boards, Sebastian Hamilton, who played it. Butkus, the lone goal scorer early on, now takes it. He goes to Aiden Canary. Canary to Hamilton. Hamilton up top to Branson. Branson around to A.J. Thompson, who touched the ball a couple times early on. Thompson right back, shot clock down to 2. Whistle sounds, horn sounds, and that'll be it. It's a violation on the Revolution. And the Thunder not wasting any time here on their return. Stumbling down, losing the ball. Initially, remember the Thunder. That was Wilson Smith. It's sent the other way, but turned away quickly as Sergio Basadi, a former member of the Revolution, will track it down. Basadi gives it up to Portnoy. Portnoy around the blue line between the circles. Fires a shot. It's eaten off a mask. It appeared to have been by A.J. Thompson, but now Jaden Cox down the other way. Cox couldn't find a hole in the defense, and he's forced to back it out. Cox to Brennan. Brennan around the June side with under 11 to go. Finds McCauley. McCauley takes a hit. Holds on to the ball, though, and he's into the corner around the Blue Cross sign. McCauley backs it out. Here's Brennan, a shot. That one off the chest pad of Atkinson. Swatted back at him, and it's turned away again. Here's Ryan Kwan for the Thunder. Or pardon me, Ryan Cook. Kwan not on the field, not on the floor at the moment. Cook's pressure is turned away. And back the other way come the Revolution. Sebastian Hamilton. Out to Thompson. A.J. Thompson scores. Thompson beats Atkinson. It goes right off his left foot and within the post. And it's a 2-0 Revolution lead in the opening 5 minutes. .50 to go in the first period. Quick shot was taken on goal and saved by Johansson. Johansson only had to make 2 saves today, has not seen a lot of offensive pressure early on from the Thunder. They hope to change that here as a new possession will be started up by Connor Resch. Resch crosses the midline, out to Posadi. Sergio Posadi has that one turned away. Second effort, shot again, saved by Johansson, who now makes 2 quick ones on his former teammate. And it's Brennan going down the other way around the June side. Brennan subbing on for the first time today is Mason Dennis. He goes right to him. Dennis into Fulk, back to Dennis, pops in and out of his stick. Dennis now into open space, has an opportunity. It's saved by Atkinson, who lost his balance momentarily. The second effort, as Dennis gets up the shot, and the rebound sails wide. And Nilu took out our camera and technician. 8:45 to go in the first, still a 2-0 Revolution lead. Ian Strain around the blue line. Strain and Tyler Chambers now as that shot sailed wide. Pardon me, it's not Chambers, it's Connor Resch. Resch's shot went wide. Here's Portnoy forcing the issue, but it's turned away. And the Revolution bring it down through the blue line. All the way in, a one bouncer wide. The shot was taken by Andrew Ruiz. Rebound comes out to Thompson. Thompson's underhand look did not make it to anyone. It went right back to Thompson. And the second effort shot went wide at Atkinson. So here come the Thunder the other way. It's Matt Clinges around the top of the circle. Clinges around the crease now, backs off. Clinges try to go to Cook, it's turned away. Shuffles toward Connor Resch. Resch has that one whistle off the pad. And a handball be called. Just trying to track it down was Matt Clinges. 7:40 to go in the first period. 2-0 lead for the Revolution as Clinges is called for the handball. That brings about a stoppage and change up possession. So it's Thompson and Dennis exchanging looks to the Revolution to start the fresh change. Here's Brennan to Thompson. Behind the shot clock, below the shot clock, pardon me. Thompson's pass goes wide of Dennis. It's all the way back into the stick of Johansson. Johansson, Dennis, a one-timer. It's on target, but pounced on by Atkinson. Thunder clear the area. It's Clinges leading the charge the other way. A pass to the middle Now below the crease, diving effort turned away by Johansson. It was a good look though by Dylan Portnoy, who had that one swatted away. Mason Dennis takes his time coming across mid-rink. Shot clock a third of the way expired. Dennis takes the return feed. I guess the return again inside the blue line. He scores. 3-0 Revolution in the first frame as Mason Dennis has beaten Atkinson to the right side. And it's now again a 3-0 Revolution lead. There's been Butkus, Thompson, and Mason Dennis now to scatter the scoreboard for the Revolution. Still nothing for the Thunder on the sheet. Face-off is won by Kwan. He plays it with a one hop off the glass. Nearly gave it away, but he's able to recover. Kwan out to the corner. He finds Strain. And Strain in on goal to Johansson, who's turned away easily. Here's Mason Dennis inside the blue line. Dennis through the circles. Dennis on goal. It's just wide of Atkinson and caught in the back netting. We're a little bit will rest for most likely the next 45 minutes until we're able to pie it out. Here's Cook. Cook from behind the circle has that one scooped by Johansson. And Johansson gets up the ground ball in the crease. Johansson now out of the crease, fires a one bounce pass towards Sebastian Hamilton, who surrenders it. Here's Clinges. What an effort, but turned away. Easy shoulder save made by Johansson on the point blank range at a weird angle. Shot by Hamilton, had everything. Here's Cook, who will send the Thunder back on the offensive zone with a quick turnover. Under 5 to go in the first. Lucas Spence with the charge. Spence trying to get past Johansson, but cannot. Johansson bobbling the ball around the crease. And is finally able to bring it in. He'll come off with a delayed call against the Thunder. It's 6-on-5 for the Revolution. Dennis slows down the pace. Johansson is off. A sixth man is on, that being Brandon. And Dennis into the boards. Another hand goes up. This could be two delayed calls. Dennis fights his way on goal. It's saved by Atkinson. And the rebound deflected wide, touched a member of the Thunder in addition to Atkinson. So 2 opportunities for the delayed call to be issued. And they will be cashed in. 4:08 and ticking to go in the first is a surprising 3-0 lead for the Revolution. And they appear to have a golden opportunity to add to it as 2 delayed calls will be issued against the Thunder. And we'll see a 5-on-3. So it's Spence and Clinges, each getting 2 minutes for respective penalties of cross-checking and goaltending. Under 4 to go in the first, 5-on-3 advantage for the Revolution for the next minute 43. A.J. Thompson goes to Butkus. Butkus around the top of the circle. It's Brennan. And his shot sailed wide. Tracking it down is Johansson. Shot clock down to 3. He's told to heave it down. He does, and it's wide of Atkinson. Violation on the Revolution. And the Thunder looking to pull off some short-handed magic here on their first possession since the penalty. Jaden Cox gets knocked down, and it appeared he was going to have a strong challenge there, but Cox forced an open space at mid-rink. Down the other way for the Thunder is Connor Resch. Resch up against the shot clock, takes a hit, surrenders possession of the ball, at least momentarily. Dennis is able to get it into the stick of Johansson, but he picks it up in the crease and fires it down to Cox across mid-rink. Cox around the Roman Catholic sign. A one bounce pass intercepted. Intended target was Branson, but instead taking it down the other way is Connor Resch. Resch in front of the Revolution bench. Had that one go over the shoulder of Butkus. It's brought back in by Branson, who scores. Butkus to Brennan, and it's a 4-0 Revolution lead as they cash in on the 5-on-3. Under 20 seconds to go. It'll be a 5-on-4, but we'll see if we even get any playing time before the penalties expire. 4 Thunder players on for the moment. They're still short a coach tonight as Coach Shalemi is out of town for this evening. Maybe that's having an effect on the offense. Down 4-0 to the Revolution early on in this first. A shot wide. Brennan placed off the boards. We're back to even strength as the penalty is up. The additional pair of legs that comes on will be Kevin Trainer. McCauley spinning out of some defense around the blue line. McCauley down low. A.J. Thompson has the pass sail just to the left of his stick. Played all the way off the backboards. Johansson with the shot clock at 2. It caught 95 somewhere and it's sent right back into the offensive zone. The Thunder will restart with it with Spence with the ball on his stick. Spence to Quan and spin between the circles. Quan diving in. They finally get one past Johansson, but it's called off for a crease. 67 seconds to go in the first. It's a 4-0 Revolution lead. Looking to shut down the Thunder for the first time in a period this whole streaming season. 55 seconds of ticking now as Spence trying to fight for the ball up against the far boards. Prying it away into open space with his clinches, who's fresh off the bench after the penalty. And a timeout is called by the Thunder. I'm not quite sure they know about it yet, and now they do. 41.3 seconds to go in the first. It's a 4-0 Revolution lead through the first 14 minutes and change. .40 seconds to go in the first. Spence takes the draw through the blue line. Spence on goal, ushered away by Johansson. Rebound played off the far boards by Passati with 30 seconds to go in the first. Passati through the circles, fires a shot in and out of the stick of Johansson and net for the Revolution. And now he moves that one up to Butkus. Here come the Revolution, transition with 20 ticks of the clock to go. They lead by 4 in this first period. They'll slow down the pace here as Butkus with time to kill. Butkus now charges in on goal with sails wide of Atkinson. Under 10 to go now. The rebound picked up by Cook. Now all the way down back to Passati. Shot clock down to 2. Shot on goal is wide. And that will be it for the first 15 minutes. A shutdown first period as Sid Johansson puts up a 0 on the board for the Thunder offense. The Revolution offense cashes in on the opportunity. It's a 4-0 and a surprising 4-0 Revolution lead through 15 minutes of play here at Rizzo Rink. 30 more to come. We'll be right back to it in a minute. 14:50 to go in the second. Thunder win the draw. Hoping to take advantage of it for the first time tonight as they went scoreless for the first 15 minutes and now change as Cook around the near circle fires a shot way wide of Johansson. The rebound over near the scorer's box. Tracking it down behind the play is Resch. Resch goes down the floor to Strain. Strain through the circles, shuffled away by Johansson and sent into the corner was Spence, whose rebound is picked up by Jaden Cox. Cox takes a hit. Cox again, 2 stick checks. Fires a pass in the middle to Butkus. Butkus rattles off the post. Never mind, it went in. Butkus finds the top corner. The net did move. The ruling as of now is goal. And it's goal number 5 of the day for the Revolution, 1 minute and 6 seconds into the second period. And Butkus gets his second. Face-off is won quickly by Spence and the Thunder, who are turned away. A.J. Thompson was forced to chase that one down. Behind him, chasing him with it, was Pat Smith. And now the Revolution will restart their charge as Thomas O'Hagan comes on and comes right off, but he makes the first pass. 13 minutes to go in the second. 5-0 lead for the Revolution. The Thunder with work to do, but still obviously a ton of time to get it done. A.J. Thompson with a shot saved by Atkinson in the crease, who's had a somewhat uncharacteristic night, but overall still a very well done job. A.J. Thompson trying to track the ball down off the boards. Thompson's pressured away. Thompson lofts one off the glass near us, played on a hop, and sent down by Sebastian Hamilton. Hamilton and Cox exchange looks. Cox dips, dives, dodges, whatever D word you want to use as he gets around the defender. And the Thunder back the other way as Cox's effort goes unnoticed. Matt clinches in on goal, he scores. The drought is over for the Thunder. It's clinches to Strain. It takes 18 minutes, but they finally get it done. It's a 5-1 game. Again off the draw, the Thunder with the Revolution with a quick offensive change or charge. They change after the attack there by their offense, and then chasing down the loose ball for the Revolution into the corner was Andrew Ruiz, who comes into open space with it across mid-rink. Ruiz by the Thomas V. Taylor sign. Will spin back into space, looking for some help. Volk is sent in. Butkus tries to set a pick. He cannot for the moment. There's a quick shot on goal. It's eaten up by Atkinson. A hack of a stick out in front doesn't pose any challenge to Atkinson. And 11 minutes to go. The Thunder are back up. Here's Kwan underneath. The shot is turned away. It may not have even touched Johansson as it sailed right back at us. Brought back in by Hamilton. Sebastian Hamilton drops one off to Brennan, who has a goal today. 2 goal scorers in the game exchanged looks, Brennan and Dennis. Dennis's pass goes down to Cook of the Thunder instead. And here's Cook out across the Strain. Strain with 2 in a row. Ian Strain bringing the Thunder back into it. He has 2 on the night and 2 in the last 2 minutes for the Thunder offense that has struggled tonight. They cut the lead down to 3. It's 5-2. Timeout called by the Revolution. Some words after the play between either side. 10:19 to go in the second. It's a 5-2 ballgame. 10:19 to go in the second. 5-2 lead for the Thunder as Ian Strain has scored back-to-back. Sorry, 5-2 lead for the Revolution as Ian Strain has scored back-to-back for the Thunder in the last 2 minutes or so. The most recent draw is kicked away by Foulk, won momentarily by the Thunder, but the Revolution appeal away with it. It's Ruiz and Brennan exchanging passes as Brennan is sent into the corner with it. Brennan pulls back up into open space. Brennan around to Butkus. Butkus tried to trip up the charging Spence, and he's able to slow him down, but Spence tracks the ball along the far boards. 9:45. Spence to Cook on goal, eaten up by Johansson. Johansson up to Butkus through the circle. Butkus through the blue line, in between the main circle and the blue line. Butkus takes 2 looks. Butkus through the circle is stripped away. Here comes Spence. Spence down to Cook. Cook through the circles on the attack. Cook saved by Johansson. Sid Johansson, who was allowed 2 in a row past him with a great morale boost there, turning away Cook on the fast break, and a great save it was. 9 minutes to go in the second. 5-2 ball game, a little bit of a shove behind the play, and this will be a whistle against the Thunder. No penalty, but it will keep the ball with the Revolution. We'll have a quick reset here. Back into live action as Dennis has it at the base of the circle. Dennis to Thompson. Thompson up to the top with Ruiz. Ruiz between the blue line and the midline. Ruiz has that one knocked out of his stick. Spence fighting for it. Spence goes to Clinges, and it's Matt Clinges through again the both blue lines. Clinges directing traffic. And on goal is Quan. He scores. 3 in a row for the Thunder, and they have brought themselves back in it. It's a 5-3 Revolution lead with 8 to go in the second. The Thunder have outscored the Revolution 3-1 in the second period to cut the deficit from the start of the second period to now in half. It's down to 2. Quan again, who off the draw tried to charge the net, but had the ball poked out of his stick before he made it to his destination. Instead, it's the Revolution the other way. Dennis a shot off the leg of Atkinson and sent down the side of the boards. Johansson tracks it down and will scoop it up. Johansson to Jaden Cox. Cox drops it off. And the pass goes wide as Brennan tried to play it off the boards but could not. There's Posadi down the other way. Sergio Posadi is eaten up by Johansson. Posadi subs off. Johansson moves up the floor. Taking it is Ian Hagen. Hagen back to Cox. Cox to Branson. Branson to Thompson. The stick is lost by a member of the Thunder. Thompson now in a 5-on-4 advantage for the moment. Thompson between the circles. To the top to Branson. Shot saved. Into the netting of the stick and off the leg pad of Atkinson to keep the game with a 2-goal deficit. Down the other way, the Thunder, a brilliant look that's going to sail out of play as with an opening down the floor was Teddy Leggett. Look at those guys stick tied up with a member of the Revolution and had that one sail well over the head of Johansson. About 6 to go in the second. 5-3 lead for the Revolution. The Thunder hoping to change that and charge in. Behind the back, look, what a goal! Matt Clinges adds to the Thunder total. They've scored 4 in a row and 4 in the last 6 minutes. And the lead is down to 1 for the Revolution to get something back going offensively. Just under 5:20 to go in the second. It's a 5-4 ball game. 5-4 lead in favor for the Revolution, who have conceded 4 in a row. Looking to get back going offensively. Here's Teddy Leggett. Leggett off the pass from Strain. Drops it to Spence. Spence to Quan. Quan through the defense. Got called in the crease. Ryan Quan rattled around like a pinball ball. And dove out in front, but just a little bit too far in the paint. It's a pass to the middle, intended for Brennan. It goes over his stick, in and out of the stick of Dennis, who is there for some backup and much needed here. As Butkus moves it around. Butkus and Ruiz exchange looks. Ruiz into the corner, underneath to Butkus. Butkus has that one turned away. He recovers between the circles, has that one sailed high on Atkinson. Moving it down the floor is Cook. Cook goes to Spence. Spence looking for the feed, but could not get one. Now takes it in front of the crease, turned away by Johansson. Good save by the Revolution goaltender with 3:45 to go in the second. Johansson drops it off to Mason Dennis, again through the circles. Dennis around mid-rink. Up to Brennan. Brennan a pump fake into space. Brennan the shot off the foot of Atkinson. The rebound comes back out to Clinges. Here's Matt Clinges down the other way. 2-on-none. They are turned away by Johansson. What a stand by the Revolution goaltender to keep the game at a 1-goal lead. Out in front again. He does it again. Johansson a shoulder save on Strain. Out to Quan. Can he go for 3 in a row? That one doesn't make it to him. Strain the recovery off the glass. To the top. Strain to Spence. Spence out across to Resch. Resch in the circle. Through the scorer's box. Resch in front. Dives. He scores. Connor Resch evens the game at 5. It's 5 in a row for the leading Thunder. And with 2:45 to go in the second, they have brought themselves all the way back in the span of 15 minutes. .22 to go in the second. 5-5 ball game, 5 in a row for the Thunder, and Johansson had to make a split save to keep it from being 6, as Sergio Basadi had a brilliant look out in front. There's another quick look on goal, but turned away as Spence was denied the opportunity by Johansson. Johansson lost that one wide. It'll bounce off the American flag behind the back glass. Under 2 to go in the second. The Thunder will slow down the pace. And a stoppage of play will be issued. A timeout called by the Thunder. They made sure the officials heard it. That's what the stoppage was. 1:50 to go in the second. It's a 5-5 ball game. 5 unanswered, scored by each side. Cook to start with it for the Thunder. Cook goes to Lasati in the corner by the scorer's box. Lasati backs away into open space. Now goes to the far side to Clinges. Clinges around the back of the crease below the shot clock. Up at the top to Lasati between the circles. Lasati's shot is wide. It's a little high on Johansson. Jaden Cox trying to track down the loose ball for the Revolution. He goes back the other way in transition. And that one knocked out of his stick. Buck hits the loose change pickup. Buck hits to Ruiz. Ruiz in front. He scores! The streak of 5 in a row for the Thunder is cut down by Andrew Ruiz. It's a 6-5 Revolution lead once more in the final minute of play in the second. With 47 seconds to go, it's the Revolution back up in front. .24 seconds to go in the second. Can the Thunder bring themselves right back and even it up? They were down 5-0 with 12 to go in the second. They tied it up at 5, now down 6-5. In the dying seconds of the second period, Quan whips one on goal. It sails wide of him. Tracking it down the other way is Resch, who has a goal today. 4 seconds to go. It's loose in front of the net, but Johansson will watch it sit. We'll have a 90-second break between the final periods of regulation. It's a 6-5 Revolution lead and an action-packed second period. We'll be back for 15 more minutes of play. Can the Revolution pull off a shocker in Rizzo Rink, or will the Thunder complete the comeback and pull away late? We'll find out on PBLA-TV tonight on the nightcap of Monday night. We're underway in the third period as the Revolution win the draw. It's the most recent goal scorer, Ruiz, taking it away, but has the pass intercepted by the Thunder, go to transition with it. It's Cook around the top of the far circle. Cook got it in front as that one shuffled away. Teddy Leggett had the opportunity in front of Johansson. Now another one coming as the loose ball is still not going to be brought in, but finally Johansson gets his stick on it in goal for the Revolution. Ruiz moves it down the floor. He's with it up around the capital sign. Ruiz through the middle. Ruiz is forced to back away with it. He goes out to Resch. Resch to Ruiz in between the circles. Ruiz around the blue line. He floats one down to Posadi. Right back to Ruiz. In on goal. It's eaten up by Atkinson. 1 minute gone in the third period. Here's Strain the other way. Strain scores! A quick goal in transition for the Thunder, and we're even again at 6. Ian Strain is on half of it himself. A hat trick on the day, and the first and only player to score multiple times on the night. It is Strain for the third time. 6-6 your score. Revolution win the draw. It's A.J. Thompson on the far side of the boards around the June sign. Brings it back in to Dennis. Dennis around the top of the blue line for the middle of the circles. Dennis on goal, goes off the shoulder pad of Atkinson and nearly off 95. Will stay in play. No dead ball is called. Shot clock resets to the most recent shot made contact with the pad of Atkinson. Back the other way is Cook for the Thunder. Subbing on behind him is Lucas Spence with some help. Spence in on goal. Quan tried bringing the rebound in. It was saved by Johansson. The second effort by Spence is turned away. And now here's Posadi with a third try, and that one wide with the left shoulder. Again of Johansson. Here's Cook around the Thomas Taylor sign. Cook inside the blue line between the circles on goal, scooted away by Johansson. Another attempt by Quan is turned away. And the Revolution goaltender has been masterful so far. A shutout in the first period, had a rough go of it in the last round of 15, but has since made up for with some acrobatic saves in this third. 12:10 to go in regulation, we're even at 6. You have to think by the pacing of the second period, there's a lot more scoring to come. Mason Dennis takes the return. A one bouncer, in and out of his stick. It's on goal. It's wide of Atkinson and sent all the way back down. Johansson tracked it down. Shot clock violation on the Revolution, as it did hit the pads of Atkinson, but after the horn. Here's Posadi to the Herman's table sign. And the shot was deflected wide and sent away by Johansson. It goes out of play, but last touched by the Revolution goalkeeper. And so it'll be Strain, the hat trick man, restarting it today for the Thunder. Horn sounds prematurely here. The shot clock is disabled for the moment. Mason Dennis has it across mid-rink. Slight technical issue here on the floor. We'll get back to an explanation soon, hopefully. Here's Dennis to McCauley. 11 to go in the third. McCauley plays it off the scorer's box. Into the corner, has it pried away. Here's Spence, all the way down. Spence to Strain, on goal, he scores. Ian Strain has been the poison for Sid Johansson tonight, and the Thunder have their first lead of the game. It comes 35 minutes in, and with 10.5 to go in the third, 7-6 Thunder. An official timeout is needed, though. Once again, the problem with the shot clocks will have to be addressed. For the moment, though, it's a 7-6 Thunder lead that will stand, of course. Shot clocks are out, so it'll be the officials keeping track of the clock. .10:36 to go in the third. 7-6 lead for the Thunder. Posadi plays the ball off the boards. Posadi in on goal, he scores. Posadi beats Johansson at the top. And with 10:19 to go, is now an 8-6 lead as Posadi adds his name to the score sheet. Three goals in the period. All three coming in the last 3.5 minutes of in-game action for the Thunder, and that has powered them to their largest lead at 2 goals, coming right after their first lead. Fulk moving around with it. He goes to Thompson. Thompson through the blue line. A one bouncer is off the legs of Atkinson and way off the netting. Spence takes it down past the Roman Catholic sign. Spence goes to Quan. That's the high pass that's brought in around the blue line. Quan in on goal. He goes to clinches over the top. It's wide. Just sailed over the right shoulder of Johansson. Jaden Cox brings it in, takes a big check up against the boards. He bounces back into it. Cox again, another stick check up high. Ruiz tried to lay one down, but he could not. And here come the Revolution the other way. Under 9 minutes to go. It's butt kiss around the top of the near circle. Dennis subs on and takes the new pass. It's Brennan behind him with a next fresh pair of legs. AJ Thompson around the side. Thompson cuts it back and forth. He goes to Cox, and Cox has that one trick all the way behind him off the backboards. 8.5 to go in the third. 8-6, 2-goal lead for the Thunder. They've scored 3 in a row, hoping to add to it. Lasati to the top. He goes to clinches between the midline and the blue line. Clinches out to the side. Spence directing traffic through the main circle. It's Spence looking for some help. He goes to the side and Cook. Cook underneath. It's turned away by Johansson, pounced on in the crease. Johansson towards the middle. He finds Sebastian Hamilton. Hamilton to the top. Back to Ruiz, who has a goal today. Under 8 to go. Urgency starting to pick up for the Revolution here on offense. Ruiz through the circles and on goal on the crease, and his shot is turned away by Atkinson. Connor Atkinson, a redemption 2 periods, never mind. Ruiz puts one right by Hamilton offside, and the lead is down to 1 as Ruiz scores his second of the game. He just finds a hole in Atkinson on his right, and with 7.5 to go, it's a ball game once again, as it has been for most of the game. The first goal of the third period for the Revolution, who came in leading at 6-5, now trail 8-7. But no lead larger than 5 since early in the first period. There's a quick shot on goal by Clinches. Turned away by Johansson. And up toward Dennis across mid-rink. Subbing on behind him is Branson, as well as the 2-time goal scorer tonight, Ruiz. He has each of his team's most recent goals in the night. Ruiz, right in. Thompson, off angle, but sent wide by Atkinson. 2 seconds on the shot clock. It has not reset. The rebound comes out, and it sails wide of Atkinson. Violation on the Revolution. The Thunder in transition looking to take advantage. Up to the middle is Strain inside the blue line. Ian Strain through the circle. Strain on goal. One bouncer wide off the foot of Johansson and brought back in by Cook. The Midland Thomas v. Taylor sign in the main circle. Cook to the top. He's back to Strain. Strain spins on goal. Diving attempt. He scores. 2-goal lead once again for the Thunder, who have scored 3 of the last 4 overall. This one gets by off the stick of Connor Resch for the second time tonight. And with 5:45 to go in the third, it's again a 9-7 Thunder lead. Five and a half to go in regulation. Juan called for an initial face-off violation. He's back into it. It's won by the Revolution regardless. Fulk takes credit for it. Fulk by the Roman Catholic sign. McCauley subs on, as well as Branson. Fulk directing traffic inside the blue line. Out toward McCauley, the pass goes wide. It's played off the scorer's box. Shot clock is reset as the Revolution look to fight back for possession. The Thunder, though, take it away. Now they're in open space with an opportunity. Here's Teddy Leggett with some help behind him, and now they slow it down as Leggett goes to Cook. And Cook behind Resch, back to Spence around the midline. Spence through the blue line, around the near circle. Spence in on goal. It's saved by Johansson. The rebound out to Quan, and Quan will again slow down the pace. He goes to Resch, the most recent scorer. Resch to Cook, and Cook has his name to the list, and he puts the Thunder in the double-digit spot. It's 10-7 with 4:17 to go in the third. That is where time will stop. A timeout called by the Revolution. A 10-2 run overall for the Thunder over the last 25 minutes of play. And they have come back from down 5 and then some. It's a 10-7 lead as Cook scores his first. .4:13 and ticking to go in regulation. 10-7 lead for the Thunder. It's Fulk and Kwan on the draw. Face-off won by the Revolution, at least it was momentarily. It's swatted into the stick of Spence. Spence to Resch. Resch to Cook. Cook along the far circle. Cook diving in and was ushered away by Johansson. And the Revolution goaltender will start a charge the other way. 3:43 to go to make up 3 goals. The Revolution have been slowed down momentously since the end of the first period. Not sure if that's the adjective that I would typically use to describe it, but it's the one I chose tonight. Here's Jaden Cox, is turned away. Back the other way comes Spence, weaving in and out, and it's a save by Johansson on the fast break. It was Teddy Leggett, not Spence, pardon me, on the fast break, but again turned away by Johansson nonetheless. Here's Thompson. Thompson out towards Fulk. Fulk through the circle, around the crease, shuffles one on goal, and it's wide of Atkinson. Just to the left of that post, and brought back in by Cook. Shot clock halfway expired. Passati subs on behind the play. Here's Clinges through the blue line. Clinges to the middle. Over the top. Look is turned away, and the rebound brought back in by the Revolution off the backboards. Here's Ian Hagen across mid-ring. Hagen through the blue line. Sent to the corner by the scorer's box. Hagen below the shot clock now. Still down by 3 with under 2.5 to go. Hagen a diving effort. Atkinson didn't move and didn't have to. He makes a save easily. Here's Passati. Passati through the circle. Sent to the corner. Past one of the signs down there. I can't really read that well. Oh, it's a free sign. It says advertise here. All right, well, if anyone's listening, you want to advertise there. Never mind. I can't read the number either. But there is some advertising space available here at Rizzo Rink, as Cook took a shot on goal, which was saved. So yeah, keep that in mind. I'll say your name a lot, as I have a lot. The Mark Squilla sign and the Blue Cross sign, or the backstory here, or backdrop of Cook as his shot goes wide. Passati now in a fast break with Thunder the other way, looking to extend the lead, and he does. Sergio Passati with 2 on the night against his former club, and it's 11-7 lead, and that might be the final nail in the coffin and a victory for the Thunder. .110 to go in the third. 4-goal lead for the Thunder. They trailed by as many as 5 early on. Face-off is won by Brennan of the Revolution. Takes a shot on goal. She's saved by Atkinson. And that's been the story of these last 2 periods. Plenty of opportunities for either side, but it's been Atkinson out-dueling Johansson for the remaining part of the game. 44 seconds and ticking to go in the third. Thunder will watch it die out as Passati and Kwan go back and forth. Kwan through the blue line into space. Will back that one out. A pass across the middle of the puck fake initially. Now lofted over toward Posadi, and that will be it. Shot clock violation on the Thunder. Just enough time for one more possession for the Revolution. Can they do anything with it? And will they attempt to? With that pass will sail into the stick of Dennis, go out of play, and that might be it. Thunder will bring it back in, but won't do anything with it. It's Resch to Strain, and that will be it. 45 minutes down. It's an 11-7 win for the Thunder. The Thunder went down by as many as 5-0 in the first period. A rare and really ultra rare scoreless period for the Thunder offense. It has been a high flying this year. A little short-handed due to vacations this week, but they're able to stay strong. They brought it all the way back to make it 6-5, and then run away with it in the third period, outscoring the Revolution 5-1 in the final frame. 11-7 the final score from Rizzo Rink on the late game during this Monday night doubleheader. We'll be back Wednesday night where a few teams will close out their regular seasons, at least broadcasting-wise. The playoffs start in 2 weeks, and it's the final playoff push for some of these teams, including the Thunder, who get a much-needed win and a much-needed comeback win against the Revolution tonight. I'll sign off for tonight. I'm Keaton Stewart. Thanks for listening to PBLA-TV.